It's Ash from SuperVideos back for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Season 1, Episode 4 of Fear the Walking Dead, which is called King County, which focuses on Morgan, and it's more or less an episode that bookends Morgan's story. Now, at the time of recording this video, I have not watched the episode, but I know that it has been released early on AMC Plus. And in terms of why I decided to do this video, even though it has been released, I thought that it's cool to release these as sort of prediction videos before I watch the episode for those of you who are not able to watch it yet. And obviously, even if you have watched it, it acts as like a prediction, so you can watch and see how close I was to what actually ended up happening. Now, I did do another video which was more or less my actual prediction, so you can go check that out if you're interested. But this one is more of my perfect way to bookend Morgan's story, to have his story come full circle in a satisfying way. And it obviously involves his son Dwayne and wife Jenny. So we're going to dive deep into the character of Morgan Jones and envision the perfect ending to his story, one that brings his journey full circle. So we're going to talk about how Morgan's redemption could unfold in a way that satisfies fans and provides closure to his character. So stay tuned, we'll be right back to break this down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that said, let's dive right into it. So of course we know that Morgan is going to travel back to King County. The reasons why are still unknown, but it probably has to do with him trying to find his wife and son to have some sort of closure. And I feel like the best way to have Morgan's story come full circle is to do a similar thing to what they did with the characters of Rick and Michonne on their final episode. A little different, but in the scope of what the episode represents and how it comes together, it's probably going to be very similar. And how we're probably going to see things go if they do it right is a situation where we find Morgan in a state of despair, haunted by the ghosts of his past, probably his wife and son. And that's really going to push him towards that clear mode that we saw him in the past. But amidst the chaos, I feel like he's going to discover a clue that we didn't know about before, that's going to motivate him even more and push him towards finding the location of the resting place of his wife and son and putting them down in order to find closure. What we're probably going to see is Morgan navigate through dangerous territories and face both human and undead threats, both of which are going to push him closer and closer to his clear mode. But determined to find closure, Morgan is gonna go through treacherous landscapes, battling his own doubts along the way. His journey is gonna become a physical and emotional challenge, and it's gonna test his resolve to the core. But after this search, Morgan is finally gonna arrive at the locations of where his wife and son were. And I feel like, to be completely realistic, it's probably going to be a scenario where his wife is where he last saw her before he put her down, and then he's going to probably take her and bury her. And also, he's going to find his son, Dwayne. Now, in terms of how can they make this realistic, I feel like they have to have both of them be in one location behind a closed door for Morgan to be able to find them and for it to be realistic. And obviously, after he's overwhelmed with emotions, after finally putting down both his wife and son, he's going to unearth the memories buried deep within his heart that's going to bring him some sort of closure and it's gonna help him finally be able to move on. And I feel like he's probably going to take the bodies of both his wife and son, and he's finally going to bury them. The best and most satisfying way to do it is probably for Morgan to place flowers on the graves, symbolizing his acceptance of their deaths, and he's gonna give a final farewell to them and say goodbye, and probably ask for forgiveness from his wife to have to put her through everything that he put her through. And obviously same goes with his son. And I feel like to really give it a punch, what they could do is have a scenario where as Morgan stands at the gravesite, a profound realization washes over him. He understands that his family's legacy is not defined by their tragic death, but by the impact that he can make on others. Their memories fuel his determination to become a beacon of hope. So, unlike what a lot of people are thinking, which is that he's gonna die in this episode, I feel like it's gonna be the beginning of a new Morgan that we've never seen before. However, I do think he will finally reach his demise by the end of season 8 of Fear, but I don't think that's gonna be just quite yet. I feel like we're gonna see a brand new Morgan from here till the end of Fear, but it'll be a Morgan that is unlike the Morgan we've seen before, but a mixture of all of the Morgans that we've known so far. I feel like what they can do is end the episode with Morgan armed with renewed purpose, becoming a guiding light in the apocalypse, leading his group to fight against Padre. After that, he's probably gonna either establish a new community or find a new community, whether that's Padre or back at Alexandria or Commonwealth or whatever it is. But he's going to get the Fear crew, whatever is left of them, to this location, and he's gonna see it flourish to an extent. And it's going to be a testament to the values that his wife and son cherished. Morgan's journey is going to come full circle as he dedicates himself to helping others and creating a legacy of hope. So much like how he started with telling Rick about the apocalypse, it's going to end with him explaining the new reality of the apocalypse and the new world. And I feel like they could do a lot in terms of how they actually have him meet his demise to have it be satisfying. I'm not going to really make a prediction about that because after they do everything I talked about, then how he dies is really not that important unless they really screw it up. But for the most part, I feel like doing everything I said and then killing him in a reasonable and satisfying way will make his character redeem himself to an extent after what happened to him on Fear the Walking Dead. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.